This is day 16 of building a stronger mind-body connection. Ayer nos tocó descansar, entonces estamos muy frescos. Ahorita igual, como la última vez que corrimos, nuestra mentalidad es correr, 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 correr. Es lo único que importa. Estoy muy decidido a que pues nada se va a poner entre esa meta y yo. Got done with our run. Corrimos 50 minutos y fue una distancia de 6.14 millas. La verdad, en esta corrida, una de las cosas que más intenté hacer fue nomás entrar como en un hoyo y seguir cayendo. Y cuando digo eso es más que nada nuestro poder de la mente que nos está llevando a este extremo, donde es una sensación rara porque aunque estés pasando por mucho dolor, entras en una paz y tranquilidad que es inigualable. Y en el transcurso pues ponemos límites más grandes y estándares más altos, porque hoy lo que corrimos sí fue un nuevo achievement y me siento bien que hayamos puesto ese nuevo límite y ese nuevo estándar, porque ya quería algo nuevo, o sea, poner un límite nuevo y justamente se pudo adquirir el día de hoy. Otra cosa, yo sé que mi punto débil es pierna ahorita, entonces hoy voy a hacer pierna por lo mismo, porque yo sé que eso es mi punto débil y donde tengo que desarrollarlo más para poder llegar a nuevos límites y pues poder hacerlo por mucho tiempo y no por un par de meses. Me gustaría que esta serie sí llegara como a unos 600 días o algo así, 700 por ahí, estaría bien.
But I am back from under the ground.
I was born in Jamaica with nothing. I live in a wooden shed, zinc roof. The old doubted me said I couldn't do it. The old said I couldn't do it. Look at me now. Personal. Surprise, surprise, motherfucker. The king is back. I've been listening to them laugh my whole career. They've been laughing. What? An Irishman win a fight in the UFC? Hell no. Laughs all around. The sound of laughter and the sound of doubt motivates me.
You're good, but you're not as good as those guys. You know, I had to listen to all this, and that put so much wood on that fire that it kept me each and every day.
Maybe someone's don't like me, but because maybe I'm too good. I don't know why.
Let me be very clear. I'll never give up. Never.
The diagnosis: 2 fractured cervical vertebrae and partial paralysis of the left side of the torso.
Dr. Carter had a tear in his eye. I could tell he felt for me. And he said, son, I'm sorry to say you're not going to box again. And I looked at him. I said, no, Dr. Carter, I am going to box again. So you don't understand what kind of man I am.
I'll either box again or die trying. After 13 months, he was back, and he won 3 titles.
The winner, and now the IBC Super Middleweight Champion of the World, Vinny Chiesa.
But I want you to take it personal. And my personal question to you is, why not you? You've got the brains, you can make decisions, you can study the plan, you can change your life. Why not you?
You give them this message that it's okay to be a man.
It's not okay. It's necessary.
See all this potential. I see it's time. God damn it, an entire generation pumping gas, waiting tables, slaves with white collars.
Advertising has us chasing cars and clothes. We jobs we hate, we like, we don't need. And we're the children of history, man. No purpose and place. No Great War. No Great Depression. One Great War is a spiritual war. No Great Depression is our lives.
Tough times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. Weak men create tough times. He said to me, many will not understand, but you have to raise warriors.
Just because it feels uncomfortable doesn't mean it's not good. Even if it feels uncomfortable, that can sometimes be right. In life, you so want to feel comfortable, but that doesn't always bring the best results.
A real man in the dark, when nobody's watching, he putting in work. A real man, when coach ain't even watching, he's studying film on his own, because he loves the process.
I saw him at the race where he broke all the bones in his feet. I was running this race. It was a 24-hour race as a relay team. I was with 4 friends. And the format of the race is, you run a mile, I run a mile. Whatever team runs the most amount of miles wins the race. He had no teammates.
This is how you level up. That's how you level up. With that right there, that fires me up. That makes me happy, what you just said.
All you all of the souls there. You didn't read all the stuff you've been reading about how hard he hits.
I'll never forget as long as I live. My father was actually killed because he was scared to death that Muhammad Ali killed, not knocked out. That's how vicious and violent George Foreman was.
He was trying to win a boxing match. I was trying to kill him.
It was really strange. I thought I'd knock him out in 1 or 2 rounds, but about the 3rd round, I hit him, and he fell over. I thought, that's it. And he started screaming, "Oh, you got George! Show me something." And I knew then I was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Muhammad Ali, he knocks out George Foreman. I took up the round. I took up the round. Muhammad Ali has done it. The great man has done it.
That's right. I'm winning anyway. I'm winning any motherfucker way I can do.
You know you won't give in, and if you test yourself and you fail, but you know you're gonna get back up again, if you know that, then you know that your character is strong, and that's what matters. And that right there is all the confidence you need.
Get up there and have a cameraman up there. I asked the cameraman up there, I'm like, hey, I said, how did Goggies look? And he's like, well, he had his shirt off. He was saying, they don't know me. He's like, they don't know me, son.
They don't know me, son.
Doing saying all this stuff. I said, who was he saying that to? And he's like, nobody up here.
Those times when you get up early and you work hard. Those times when you stay up late and you work hard. Those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream. That's the dream. It's not the destination, it's the journey.
Kobe was something else. He was the guy, like I said, when we in the club, that motherfucker in the gym.
I'd rather go too far than not far enough. The only reward that you get from taking it easy is the fact that in the moment, it's easy. But if you want results, and then you basically just catch yourself slacking off and you don't do anything about it, then it kind of sounds like you don't really want those results,
I looked in this one guy's eyes who was ringing the bell to quit to put his helmet down out of officer training, and I saw myself. And I saw what everybody said I was going to be. This was nothing. This is when I realized I was alone on this earth. I have God alone on this earth, and I have to fix everything. I was sick and tired of not facing the fact that I've allowed life to make me feel like a loser. That voice became haunting.
The only thing that you can do is win so big that all of them constantly compare themselves to you, and then you'll forget they exist.
Success is the only revenge.
It's not the best revenge. It's the only. There's no other revenge.
If you will be a champion, if you will be a beast, you're gonna have to go through something. Ain't nobody gonna hand you nothing. Ain't nobody gonna hand you no championship. Ain't nobody gonna hand you no title.
Listen to everything to the extreme. Work until your eyes burn. Sketch until your hands shake. Dream until you collapse. Write until the words blur. Practice until fingers bleed and build. Push the limits of your own mind daily. Because the edge between insanity and greatness is where legend is.
Nobody understands you, because how could they? If you spend your whole life trying to be like nobody else, work harder than the average person, care more than anybody else would, they'll understand. What you're looking for is rare.
Ignore and outperform them. You see, while you're over there watching me and talking about me, I'm working. I'm working hard. I'm taking things to the next level. You keep gossiping and I'll keep working. You keep talking smack and I'll keep working. And you will lose and I will win.
My mom kicked me out of my house, to tell the truth. It was hard. I had to grow up at a young age, not really take care of myself. I help. I was on my own for the most part.
I want to be the guy that people looked at. I don't care if you like me or didn't like. I don't care. But said this mother is gonna keep coming after whatever is in front of him. I wanted that. I wanted that worse than anything in the world. I kept picturing me falling down and getting up, and every mother called me. I was done. I wanted to feel something besides the feel. I wanted to just go the distance.
The way you guys say reinvent myself, it's just that I want to be up more than anybody on the planet want me to be down. That's just what it's all about. Wanting to get the best out of yourself. Not competing with anyone else but you. And that's how we improve as a person. Improving ourselves.
I'm asking you to make a list of what you want. What kind of health do you want? What kind of skills do you want?
3 moral rules I'll never break are live your life with character, honor, and discipline. And if you live that way, I guarantee you, your goals and dreams will get accomplished.
Stay focused. Don't listen to nobody. Don't listen to nobody. What's on your mind, just do it. It's what's destined for you, you're gonna get it.
Change happens when the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain of making a change. And in your situation there, it sounds like, well, this is less painful.
100%. I think that's the basis of most change. Like, if you are angry, use it. If you are sad, use it. Because, like, what else?
If nobody is there to pick you up, show yourself that you're there. When nobody understands you, give yourself even just a second of recognition that you understand your own mind. You may feel like nobody is there, but I promise you have yourself, and that is a lot.
I'll never be a hero. I'm just an ordinary guy, and I've reached my damn limits!
Criticize what your limits. Instead of overthinking your setbacks, just focus on moving forward.
Is there anybody, like when you were locked in, you are, you take every day you're knocked down, you never necessarily, you go to bed feeling great, you wake up feeling inspired, you go in the gym with energy, right?
The time and the commitment that you give to yourself, to your body, to your craft, to your mind, those things will take care of yourself. And if it's meant for you to have, then commit to have. And if it's not, if you've done all those things leading up to it and it still didn't happen, you sleep better at night. You're okay with yourself because you gave your body, your mind, your soul, everything that you could ever ask for.
So today, don't think about it. Don't talk about it. Don't wish for it. Go for it. Dive, move, start, act. Trust me, it's the only way to get there.
You put so much practice into it that you can ignore every one of them. They're telling you you're not gonna make it, and still be able to make it because you have put the practice in that you know this is the process. It's such a daunting task that all the voices are saying no. But you still had the conviction that I know I can do this. And that's what it took for me to get here.
As you expand, they shrink into irrelevance. As you get louder, no one can hear them. You don't beat them, you cast a shadow so big, no one can see them to begin with. When people copy, they copy the wrong stuff because they don't know why it worked to begin with. And when it breaks, they don't know how to fix it because they didn't build it. So don't sweat it. Copycats will always be behind.
I want you to think about this. This vision sounds very big, and it is. None of this is easy, all of it is hard. But I want to inspire you, and so think about this. Big things start small. Thank you.
Patience. Patience is a skill we must master. Patience is one of the most valuable skills a human being must master. And I'm working hard to master it, and I feel I'm getting there. So, time will show all of it. That's it. Right now, I'm focused on the belt. Focused, positivity, good thoughts, and I'll say a prayer for those who try and curse me, try and bring harm to me with these type of things. And that's it.
Was failure that motivated? I never feared about my skills, because I think it's work. You gotta figure out the eliminates fear. Yes. So if you put forth the work, then what are you fearing? You know you're doing what you're not.
If I can give one piece of advice into all human beings, it would simply be to believe in yourself beyond, without a doubt. Believe in yourself, and don't rely on anybody to believe in you. Don't rely on anybody to push you or make you better. Believe in yourself and only yourself, and allow that human being to make you a better person.
I think you know what you're supposed to do. Deep down inside, I think everybody does. And a lot of people just don't go after it. And like most people start out, they say, I want to be a this, but I'm going to get that to make sure I have something to fall back on. And what you're doing is you're setting yourself up for failure because you're going, there's a possibility that I'm going to fall back. And when you put that out there, then you fall back. But if you just say, hey, this is what I want to do, and you go do it, you usually get your stuff the way you want it, man.
It's really up to you, the life you want to have. If you want a good life, then make good choices. You wake up in the morning with discipline, saying, hey, I got to do the right thing. I got to do it. What am I going to make? What's my choice going to be today? Do I make my life worthwhile, or do I just mess it up? We choose our joys and sorrows way before. Keep it simple. You do bad things are going to come back to haunt you. You do good things are going to come back to reward you.
The last 6,000 years reads like this: opportunity mixed with difficulty. That's how it reads. It isn't going to change. The man says, well, if it isn't going to change, how will my life ever change? Answer, when you change. And whether I'm talking to high school kids or business executives, my message is always the same. And it goes like this: the only way it gets better for you is when you get better.
The world wants to optimize, because if you're going to do anything big, you have to believe that it can happen. Otherwise, it never will. Puri says the cynics get to be right, and the optimists get to be rich. 99% right and 100% wrong. They're right 99% of the time, but they're wrong 100%, because the only thing that matters is the big one at the end. My first 9 businesses didn't really amount to anything. 9. As in, the first one, I spent time on it, it failed. Second one, this one will be different. Spent time on it, failed. And the third one, this one, failed. And then 6 more after that. And it's painful as shit, because the whole time everyone is telling you, I told you so. And they're right. Today. But not forever.
In order to do what you love, you gotta get through the obstacles of the things that you don't love. Right?
Trying to come up.
Yeah, getting over those hurdles, and then eventually they lead you to the thing where you're like, okay, now I'm ready to pursue said thing that I want to do. Even if you hate your job, you're supposed to be using that
job for something to get to something.
We all repeatedly do every day. Therefore, excellence that we're striving for every single day. We wake up early, striving for it, pushing for it, giving it all our work on every single day, striving for excellence. We all repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence is not an accident, but a habit. You are what you repeatedly do every day. So whatever you're doing, it's what you become. If excellence is something you're striving for, then it's not an accident. It's a habit.
But if you want to begin to manage your own personal greatness, if you want to begin to really enjoy a happy, successful, healthy life, you've got to be willing to go against the tide. You've got to be willing to harness your will and say, in spite of this, I'm in control here. I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let this destroy me. I'm coming back, and I'll be stronger and better because of it.
How can you beat someone who cannot quit? How can you beat someone who every time they go through a hard time, they get better and they get stronger instead of getting weaker and getting demoralized? How can you beat someone who looks back on all the tests that they've had and said, yeah, that wasn't dude, bring it on, okay? As opposed to the person who's like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. And then a few months, another thing happens. Oh my God, I can't believe this happened. It's gonna be the person who has a stoic mentality, who looks at it and says this, okay, all right, we'll get through it. And then the next thing happens. Well, won't do that again, but we'll get through it.
And then you had all your media naysaying. Oh, scoring champion can't win an NBA title. Or, you know, you're not as good as Magic Johnson, not as good as Larry Bird. You're good, but you're not as good as those guys. You know, I had to listen to all this. And that put so much wood on that fire that it kept me each and every day trying to be better at basketball. Now, I'm not saying they were wrong. I may have looked at them from a different perspective, you know, but at the same time, as a basketball player, I'm trying to become the best that I can. You look for any kind of messages that people may say or do to get you motivated to play the game of basketball at the highest level, because that is when I feel like I excel at my best. I do anything to win.
You give them this message that it's okay to be a man.
It's not okay, it's necessary. What the hell are we going to do without men? You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up, these men are doing impossible things, they're under the streets, working on the sewers, they're up on the power lines.
We're gonna go ahead and end our leg workout with this. Más que nada nuestros ejercicios de pierna son más específicos para movilidad y fuerza que mucho peso. Porque lo que más quiero es, pues cuando corremos, poder tener fuerza para cualquier desbalance posible en el sentido del terreno que estemos caminando, porque pues más preparados para desbalances de terreno, mejor vamos a poder adaptarnos a correr a un paso rápido, aunque el terreno esté feo.
Which is down here and I'm up there. So by me being so high, I can see more and see farther than you. And you look at me and say, how are you doing? Please stop, it hurts. But I'm at such a high level until I don't think like you.
But you know why this is. For the best possible.
They experience something very dangerous today. That's really dangerous to me.
What's going to happen tomorrow? We don't know. We don't know. So live the present. Go back to the gym, work, because we have more to show. Understand? Life continues. You cannot live in the past. I'm really good on that. And I learned all the time. Uncertainty, constant work. Doesn't matter what's going to happen in your life. This is the way I say it.
work towards it is not a failure, it's steady. Michael Jordan, 15 years, won 6 championships. The other 9 years was a failure. That's what you're telling me. It's your own question. There's failure in sports. You know, there's good days, bad days. Some days you are able to be successful, some days you're not. Simple as that. You're going to come back next day and try to play, hopefully you win the championship.
If you're focused on the past, you're controlled by fear. If you're focused on the future, you're controlled by anxiety. If you focus on others, you're controlled by them. See, whatever you focus on owns you. If you focus on yourself, you're at peace.
This conversation we make a lot of good points. He was saying that you don't need to get up early, and that working out early in the morning isn't that big of a deal, and it's better to do it later in the day. And I said, well, what if something comes up and I miss the workout that day? He told me that it's not that. It's nothing new. Don't worry about it. And he cited some scientific sources and whatnot. The guy was making a lot of good points. And I wasn't going to listen to him, but then I realized the guy I was talking with was myself. And he was a liar.
Change is you have to put aside enough money to give yourself a window, and you have to spend all your waking hours outside of the job you do planning your escape, and you have to come to the realization very clearly when you're stuck. Whatever you're doing, you have to do it like your life depends on it. Whatever time you have to attack life. You're trying to save the world. You're trying to save your life. You don't want to drown. God damn, you better be caffeinated and motivated. You gotta have discipline. That's the most important thing. You know that the consequences of not doing that are horrific.
Undisciplined people do the wrong thing. Disciplined people do smart people. Which are you? This is really, everything we talk about is going to come down to how do you have the discipline to execute and do the things that you need to do your part. And one thing that everybody has to overcome to be able to do is, am I going to do what I feel like doing, or am I going to choose to do the things that I need to do to accomplish the goal and the vision that I have? Because this is a huge point for because how many times have you heard somebody say, I don't feel like doing it? What does it feel like? You got to make personal decisions based on what you want to accomplish and what you want to do. You got to be committed to it and it's important to you to be able to do that.
When Kobe Bryant passed away, his wife, Vanessa, was giving a speech, and she said that he was always playing to injuries, and everyone knew that, but no one really believed it. And she asked him in a private conversation, I believe, tonight, like, why do you do it? And he said it's because someone has saved that to watch me play, and they might only ever be able to feel one time to watch me play. I don't want to let them down, and that's how he played through injury. It wasn't that he wanted the championship more, or that he wanted the ring more. It was that I want to be there for my fans who are showing up for me.
I'm the one. No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. The people that are running after their dreams are the people that are hungry. And as you want to dream, I want to dedicate to you that I love you. That if you want a thing, you have to go out and fight for it. To work day and night for it. To give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it. If all that you dream and scheme is about it, life seems useless and hopeless without it. And if you gladly sweat for it, fret for it, and toil for it, and lose all your terror of the opposition for it. And if you simply want the thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold poverty, love, sickness, pain, or body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want, if dogged and fear, you'll besiege and beset it with the love of God you'll get it.
Curry, shoot the ball outside his thing, and he doesn't even look. He turns around because he knows it's in there, and he swishes. He's crazy. You look at that and go, he's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. He's in history. There's no one else. You don't pay attention to him. isn't like a gift. He shoots 500 shots every single day, never misses a match, 7 days a week, more than 15 years. He's been a professional. He's been doing it since before his dad really did it. So 3,500 shots a week, 168 shots in a year, 2.52 million shots in his 15-year NBA career. So he can make 4,600 shots. Not even 1%. Get rewarded in practice.
There's no shame to admit that. When I make peace with that, it changes everything in my life. And when you counter fear, whether you're a fighter or not, whatever, with the